The moment Daniel's screwdriver slipped from his shaking hand and clattered onto the marble floor, he knew his life had just tilted in a direction he never saw coming. On the glowing screen of the CEO's private laptop was a photograph he was never meant to see. A woman holding a newborn, both of them crying, both of them looking heartbreakingly familiar. Before the story continues, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and quiet miracles, please like this video, comment your thoughts, share it with someone who needs hope, and subscribe to the channel. Your support truly helps these stories reach the hearts they're meant to touch. Daniel had never planned to become a single father. No one does. One day you're dreaming about future vacations, shared bills, and bedtime routines with two parents. And the next day you're standing in a hospital hallway with a car seat in one hand and a death certificate in the other. That was Daniel's beginning. His wife Emily had complications during childbirth. Their daughter Lily survived. Emily didn't. And from that moment on, Daniel's world shrank to one mission: keep Lily safe, loved, and fed, no matter the cost. He worked 3 jobs in the early years: warehouse nights, freelance computer repair during the day, and weekend delivery driving. He slept in short, broken pieces of time, usually on the couch so Lily could have the only bed in their tiny apartment. He learned to braid hair from YouTube videos, learned how to cook in bulk on Sundays, learned how to smile when his chest felt permanently hollow. His grief became quiet, but it never left. Why, the time Lily turned 6, Daniel's life was still tight but stable. His computer repair business, run from their kitchen table, was slowly gaining customers. Word of mouth spread: he's honest, he's fast, he won't overcharge. That reputation eventually brought him an email that would change everything. The message was short, formal, and intimidating. Aurelia Dynamics. Emergency executive device repair needed. High priority. Annual almost declined. He had Lily's school recital that afternoon, but the fee offered was more than his rent. So he made arrangements with their elderly neighbor, packed his toolkit, and took the bus across the city into a world he'd only seen on television. Aurelia Dynamics towered like a monument to success: glass, steel, and power. Daniel felt invisible walking through the marble lobby with his worn backpack and scuffed shoes. He was escorted to the top floor, into an office that looked more like a penthouse than a workplace. Hat's where he first saw her. Lena Voss, CEO, early 40s. Perfect posture, calm eyes. The kind of woman whose presence filled a room without a word. She thanked him briefly, explained the laptop had crashed during critical contract negotiations, and left him alone with the device. Daniel worked carefully. The machine was expensive, encrypted, layered with security protocols. But he was good, very good. He bypassed the corrupted boot sector, restored the operating system, and started running integrity checks. That's when the photo folder opened. He didn't click it. The system did. A thumbnail appeared, large and sudden. A woman holding a newborn, a hospital room, soft lighting. The woman's face pale, exhausted, emotional. The baby's face red, scrunched, screaming into the world. Daniel's breath stopped. The woman in the photo looked like Emily. Not similar, not vaguely, unmistakably. Same curve of cheek, same tiny scar near the eyebrow, same expression she wore the day Lily was born. And the baby looked like Lily. His hands froze on the keyboard. The room felt too small. His chest tightened until breathing hurt. He closed the folder immediately, heart pounding, convinced he had crossed some invisible line. Moments later, Elena returned. She noticed his expression instantly. People who live under constant pressure learn to read rooms quickly. Daniel told her the system was restored, everything stable. He expected her to dismiss him. Instead, she looked at him carefully and asked what he had seen. Daniel hesitated, then told the truth. Elena didn't explode. She didn't accuse. She didn't threaten. She sat down. Her voice, when she finally spoke, was quieter than the city outside the windows. She said that photo was taken 7 years ago. She said the child was her daughter. She said she had never seen that baby again. And then she asked him a question that made the room tilt. She asked him how old his daughter was. When he answered 6, something broke behind her eyes. Elena explained that years ago, during a crisis pregnancy, she had been unconscious during emergency surgery. Her baby was declared dead by the hospital. Records were sealed. Her body never shown to her. She had been told it was too dangerous. She believed them, until years later when she received an anonymous message with that photo, a photo proving her child had lived, and vanished. Daniel listened in disbelief. His mind raced. Coincidences didn't come in this shape. Not with that face. Not with that baby. Elena didn't accuse him of anything. She simply asked to see his daughter. He refused at first. Any father would. But something in her, the controlled grief, the desperate hope, convinced him she wasn't a threat. They agreed to meet at a park the next afternoon. Daniel barely slept that night. He watched Lily breathe, memorizing her freckles, the dimple in her cheek, the way her hair curled at the ends. The thought that she might belong to someone else shattered him. At the park, Elena arrived without security, without assistance. Just a woman and a storm of fear behind her eyes. Lily ran toward the swings. Elena froze when she saw her. The resemblance was undeniable. Elena dropped to her knees. Her hands trembled. Tears fell without sound. DNA testing followed, quietly, privately. The results confirmed the impossible. Lily was Elena's biological daughter. The hospital had committed an unthinkable crime. The baby had been sold through an underground adoption ring that preyed on vulnerable situations and desperate parents. Emily had unknowingly been given the child through illegal channels, believing the paperwork was legitimate. Emily had raised Lily as her own for the 6 months before she died. Then Daniel had, and now the truth stood between them. Elena never tried to take Lily. Instead, she did something no one expected. She asked Daniel if he would allow her to become part of Lily's life, slowly, gently, without disruption. She said Lily already had a father. She would never destroy that. But she needed to know her daughter, and Lily deserved to know where she came from. The months that followed were the hardest of Daniel's life. Every instinct screamed to protect, to cling, to fear losing the only thing that gave his life meaning. But Lily flourished. She laughed more. She glowed with the strange warmth of having more love, not less. Elena helped quietly. Tuition paid, medical care secured, a better apartment. Daniel kept working, refusing dependency, but the weight on his chest finally began to lift. Years passed. Lily grew confident, bright, kind. She called Daniel Dad. She called Elena by her name, later adding Mom in the soft, uncertain way children do when they realize love doesn't divide, it multiplies. Daniel's business expanded with Elena's mentorship. He opened a repair center that hired struggling parents, offering flexible hours and childcare support. He became the man he never thought he could become, steady, respected, hopeful. On Lily's 13th birthday, Elena stood beside Daniel as they watched her blow out the candles. Their lives, once broken and scattered, had formed something whole. Before the story ends, if this journey has touched your heart, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stories like this only survive because of you. And please, leave a comment before the video ends and tell us what this story made you feel. Daniel never forgot the day his screwdriver fell to the floor, because sometimes the smallest accident uncovers the greatest truth, that love can survive anything and family is built not only by blood, but by every choice we make to stay.